We did it at Magic Kingdom, we did it at Epcot, we did it at Hollywood Studios, and now it is Animal Kingdom's turn. We are here so early, the sun isn't even up yet. That's right, it's time for early entry. Let's go do it. Hi-ho everybody, this is Rob with Ear Scouts, and we are here way too early at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge to do early entry over at Animal Kingdom. As I was coming through the lobby this morning, it was completely dark. There was almost no one around. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. We got here a little after 6 a.m. Early entry starts today at 7:30. Why am I here so early? Well, that is because the bus schedule for early entry is not very clear. You would think you could just go to the lobby and ask them, what time does the first bus come? And they would have a solid answer for you. It's all kind of wishy-washy with the buses. It really shouldn't be that complicated, but it kind of is. You really just don't know when that first bus is going to come. It could be anywhere from an hour to 2 hours before early entry. We decided to split the difference and be here about an hour and a half before early entry, and we'll see what time that first bus shows up. Good morning. So the first bus arrived here for Animal Kingdom at 6:23. So that's a little bit before an hour before early park entry starts, but not even close to 2 hours. Our resort is without question the closest to Disney's Animal Kingdom, and yet when we got here, there were a ton of buses that had already been to their resorts to pick folks up. So is 6:20 the magic time that the buses are going to start? Probably not. It might be earlier than that at your resort. Well, we are in our very first line of the day. We're in the line for security. Right now, it is about 6:40. Not a huge crowd here at 6:40, actually. I would have expected it to be larger, but I think a lot of people, when they're on vacation, the idea of getting up at 5:30 in the morning to go to a theme park doesn't maybe sound like the most appealing. We're here to show you what happens so you don't have to get up that early and see for yourself. I think they're starting to get ready to let us in. They just set us up into single file lines. Typically, security will open an hour before early entry. I think maybe they're just a little late getting going this morning, but you should normally expect security to be open an hour before. Our first line of the day is done. It is 6:45 and we are through security. We're on our way to the tap styles. Quick time check, it is 5 till 7. Pretty decent crowd here now. Not huge, not as big as what we saw at Hollywood Studios for sure, or Magic Kingdom. FYI, Joffrey's still not open yet, so get your coffee fix before you come if you're doing early entry. So the way this typically works here at Disney's Animal Kingdom, once they're ready to open the park from all the different areas, they report in that the park is ready to open, they will start letting folks through the tap styles. At that point, you will go to the left usually. There'll be signs pointing you. That's the way you're gonna go for early entry. There'll be someone there who's gonna scan your ticket, magic band, hotel key card, whatever it is you have to enter the park, and they're gonna make sure that you are qualified to do early entry. Basically, the hotels that get the early entry benefit are the Disney Resort hotels and select partner hotels. We'll go ahead and put that list up on the screen here so you can easily see if your hotel is on that list. But once they check you and scan that you're okay for early entry, they'll wave you on through and you can go to wherever it is you want to start your first ride of the day. An important thing to note, there are a couple rides that don't actually open for early entry here at Animal Kingdom. Kilimanjaro Safaris typically will open at regular park opening time. Cali River Rapids doesn't open until a lot later. Sometimes I think it's around 10:30 in the morning, but you'll be able to see that in your My Disney Experience app. It is 7:05. Definitely the crowd has really picked up at this point. I would say if your goal is to ride Flight of Passage first, you definitely need to be here before this point, because if you're at the back of this group of folks, it's still going to be a pretty decent wait for Flight of Passage. If you want to do that very top tier attraction in each park, being on the front line of early entry is key. Woo! Late starting this morning. It is 7:23, about 7 minutes early. So they only have to tap the Magic Band or card of one person in your party. Make sure you keep your party together, and then they will wave you all through as a group. They don't want it to be like Walmart on a Black Friday. No running into the park in a big mass. Walk briskly, but no running. Everybody is probably going to be heading towards Pandora because Kilimanjaro Safaris, Kali River Rapids aren't open yet, and Pandora is going to have the longest waits later in the day. So that's where we're headed. Look at that view. Man, that is a spectacular way to start your Disney World day right there. Another good thing to know, we have been here for early entry when Flight of Passage was not opening with everything else. If that's the case, you might want to consider doing Navi River Journey instead. But we have hit a corral point here going into Pandora. So it looks like they're not quite ready for us over in Pandora yet. The crowd is building up pretty quickly behind me here. There's a few people in front of us as well. There are going to be two people, one with a sign for Flight of Passage, one with a sign for Navi River Journey. You're going to walk, you're going to stay behind those cast members holding the signs, and you're going to follow the one whose ride you want to ride. No indication that Flight of Passage is opening later this morning, so we're going to follow the Flight of Passage line. It is now 7:30 on the dot. Early entry has officially started, and we are flowing into Flight of Passage. So you kind of start as a mass, and then it gradually becomes a single file line heading into the ride. This one has a pretty huge capacity, so as long as you're in this first clump of folks, you'll be on pretty quickly. So I want to show you how this works. Basically, as the line gets longer and longer before they open the full queue, they just kind of wrap people around. So basically, you'll come in and you'll be walking past the queue, and then you're going to go all the way down. There's actually a bridge back there. We've been here later in the morning where we've been all the way across the bridge. This line can get pretty massive pretty quick. How gorgeous is that? 7:35 and we are in the official queue of the ride. It's got a posted 40-minute wait. We're definitely not going to be waiting that long. I definitely recommend Flight of Passage as your first ride of the day here at Animal Kingdom just because the line gets so massive later in the day. But I also recommend Flight of Passage as your last ride of the day. The reason for that is this land is incredibly beautiful after dark. But sometimes the park closes before it is fully dark. If you get in the line for this right before park close, they will let you stay in line as long as it takes to ride the ride. And when you come out, you will find an amazing, beautiful, lit up evening view of Pandora. Say good morning to Hank in the Tank. What's up, Hank in the Tank?
Found your number.
We have to scan you for Pandoran microparasites. All right, everyone, stay on your number and move your arms a bit.
Regular park hours have begun. It is 8 o'clock on the dot. Right now, as we speak, there is a wave of park goers coming in from the entrance, heading to Pandora. We're gonna see if we can beat that crowd to Navi River Journey. Can we do it? Let's find out. So the other thing that's happening right now at 8 a.m. is Kilimanjaro Safaris is opening. We could head over there now, but honestly, it's definitely best to knock out Pandora if you can't. And we're at Disney, so we're gonna exit through the gift shop. This is where you can get those amazing shoulder banshees, but we don't have time for shoulder banshees. We've got to get to Navi River Journey. So here is the line for the ride that we just rode. I don't even want to contemplate how long that wait is, because once you get through all this, you've still got to go through the whole regular queue, which that can easily take an hour to an hour and a half once you get into the regular queue area. So these folks are in for a really long wait. Well, this is good news. The posted wait for Navi River Journey is 10 minutes. I guarantee you, give this 30-45 minutes, that's gonna be 5 times that at least. So you see these switchbacks here. Normally this queue is gonna be completely full. Quick time check, that was pretty bang on. It is 8:10, so it was about a 10-minute wait. That was delightful. I was really hoping we were going to be able to get an adrenaline fix right after that by heading over to Expedition Everest. Sadly, it is closed right now, temporarily down. I guess the Yeti hasn't had his coffee yet, not ready for us. We are going to head instead over to Kilimanjaro Safaris, which honestly I think is probably the thing you should do anyway. Kilimanjaro Safaris is really the perfect ride to do right when park opens, because the animals are a lot more active while it is still cool outside. If you come in the middle of the day when that sun is blaring down on you, those animals are going to be going to hide in some shady spot and you won't get a very good view of them. Plus, it was showing as only having a 15-minute posted wait. I don't know if that's going to hold true by the time we get there, but it would be awesome if it did. That's what I'm talking about. 5-minute wait for our last ride this morning. Well, that was the longest safari ever. Apparently, the Ankoli cattle have learned that if they sit in the middle of the road, eventually someone is going to come and bring them treats to get them out of the road. So for that reason, we were stuck behind a small herd of Ankoli cattle until someone finally brought some treats. Well, that is the end, unfortunately, of our early entry adventure here at Animal Kingdom, but don't worry, there are more adventures you can check out on our channel. We did this same early entry adventure at Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios, so go check out those videos now. Until next time, don't forget to think happy thoughts, everybody. We'll see you again real soon.